first. You keep it coming. We know a lot about turning nothing to something. We doing big things, ain't never bluffing. Top of the world, ain't no doubt in mine. It's about time. Whoa. Hey, what you know? Hey, crashing out, but my pedal is to the floor. Whether in the clouds or down below, all I wanna do is hear you get loud. So get loud. So get loud. So get loud.
From a building that can get louder than almost any in the National Football League, this is GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Today, we have an all-AFC meeting between the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Set to go is the kicker, Harrison Butker. And we're off from Arrowhead. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. On the ground, first run for Ray Davis.
What happened?
Maybe a yard at most. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making a stop.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate.
Damn, I ain't even see you. Why you got the white on, bro? That's your away jersey, man. Oh, yeah. We definitely about to start this motherfucker over. I ain't about to be confused. What is y'all white jerseys? Home jerseys? Oh, okay, cool. Yes, sir, man. Take it easy on me, man. I ain't that good, man.
Venues in the NFL. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here.
All right, let's get it then.
Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Into the air right away is Allen. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. Again, it's Pacheco. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Allen to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Coleman. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 42. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
You think about the great receivers in the game, what do they have in common? The ability to create separation in their routes. Whether it's a head fake, a sharp cut, sowing a different route, the subtle bump, it's a tough skill to teach. And this is what
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. There'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in the pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush. As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. From midfield, here's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game. The coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
The Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run with the 2nd round pick from April's draft. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
A tackle made by Dorian Williams.
At the 20-yard line. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, 15. There's a wall, right?
Now here's Mahomes.
That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. He's still on his feet. He may go.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Tutu Atwell
With touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Chiefs are on the board first here this afternoon. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try to guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they called his number in this one.
And this one over the back line of the end zone, and they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 30-yard line.
Alert! Regular.
To the air, Allen. This is caught. It's Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 30 yards.
And the Bills are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
2nd down and 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cooper. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no
no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a third and about 3 to go.
It's third down and 4.
You look at this Buffalo defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
180.
Now Mahomes. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in for the score. And this spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback. And they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's 2nd and 10. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and...
Oh, my God, bro.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today it's a Week 14 matchup, which should be a good one, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
For Marvin Harrison Jr., take a look at that touchdown, and what a hat Marvin Harrison Jr. has put together. And look at this move on Deron Bland. That is
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen going to get it quickly out to Coleman. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play and 2nd down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And your teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Motion man is Shakir. Now Allen. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Now on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did. And what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, and that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Motion man is Shakir. Here's Allen. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see Morgan trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in urban space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to hold that one where he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the Bills' opening drive yields 3. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. start this drive out on the ground. And some room to work. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 34.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control the edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. You want your tight end over there. Either way, control the edge line of scrimmage. You got a chance to run.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw, it's Mahomes. They'll get this complete to Worthy. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Hey, 15.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Allen now looks to throw. Shakir hauls it in. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Second down and a yard. Headed straight is Pacheco. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Here's 3rd and a few inches. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he won't get to the marker as they're going to stop it for a second straight play right at the line of scrimmage. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down.
They do go for it. Here's Allen. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth.
First down, Buffalo.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Now he's going to step up and run. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting run backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in position to dictate to the offense.
Second and 10. Inside give to Davis. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Three 3-0 after one on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing now is Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 33. 14 yards and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
That is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now it's 2nd and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Resting on the 10-yard line, it's 2nd and 1. On play action, Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Khalil Shakir, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are able to stretch out their lead. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Open man is Atwell, complete. Second catch for him today, and they'll wind up a first down. The Chiefs at 10-2 on the year. They've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
On play action, it's Mahomes. That's caught right side by Worthy. The gain of 5. And that's going to bring up second down. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. It takes 2 to tango. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line. 43, 40,
Throwing now is Mahomes. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Throw left side complete. That's Rice. All that for a 2-yard gain, second down. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
All right, let's go. Look. Hey, 15. 15.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Got a man over the middle, Worthy. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Y'all gotta pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. We money more Power Rangers. Mine also dangerous. Y'all talk about Rangers.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Hey, Sunday.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. With now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score.
Did my eyes deceive me? Or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback? Tailback? Running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get an interception, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. From the gun, it's Allen. Looking on the out route, he finds Shakir. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at it and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
He's going deep for Brown. And this is taken out of the 5. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Marquise Brown, 54 yards. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tyler Bass now for the point after. He's got it, and that'll make the score 17-8. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now here's Mahomes. Trying to lay one up deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in for a score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
You know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go along, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
17, Chiefs 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Now Allen. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Khalil Shakir with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They can certainly use it down by 2 scores. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Mahomes now to throw. Throw left side, completion to Rice. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. This now a 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. It's caught. It's Tutu Atwell. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
14 yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down. First and 10.
Mahomes to throw once more. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get him with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustment. There he goes, left side. Inside the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Bills 31, Chiefs 21.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive,
and he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big play there for KC. 47 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
They'll try the left side. It's Cooper. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cooper. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
43!
Working from the gun, Mahomes.
They find a man over the middle, 2-2 Atwell. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he's in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Chiefs have cut it back within a score.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try.
The Chiefs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Mahomes will throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now Allen. He's able to get it to Coleman. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
To the air, Allen. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, 50 yards. And the Bills are able to widen their advantage. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Easy. Hero 15.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. That's complete. Left side to Worthy. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
15.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it.
Hey, 43, 15. Yellow.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
That's the third time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Yellow. Yellow, yellow.
Now Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be second in a couple.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now this time Mahomes will throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 13 sets them up 1st and goal.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And he's got it. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that will pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards it.
Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
And you know it pains them to be this close. And you know they're going to want to go for it here. But they absolutely have to kick the field goal and get this back to a 1-score game. It's only logical.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
15. Oh, get him.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. Fighting through pressure. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And instead of having a 1-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Here's Pacheco once again. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth quarter stop? They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. The slot man in motion right. Throwing now is Allen. And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. And you don't want to pin this all on the quarterback, even when the pressure's coming. Not easy for them, but that's just something you can't do, is take that sack in the end zone.
No, you can't, but for all defensive line coaches, they're celebrating everywhere. Because what do they tell us in our meetings? It's all about the get-off, beating the offensive line at the snap of the football.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone.
Jalen Royal. A gain of 17 yards. That's good for the Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Now he's going to step up and run. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate that was just incomplete.
Yellow, go gun, go gun, go gun. Yellow.
Mahomes going to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Money up to a whole nother level. I don't know no better. When I got rich and yeah. Bro coming slow, 6 racks on a sweater. Think I'm cheating, I'm just chilling with the fellas. Grandma always told me never trust these.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On play action, it's Mahomes. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Maxwell Hairston. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no options. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense call, it will make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy. This offense so far on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Mahomes. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Now it's Mahomes again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Mahomes now to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Rice. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this one is incomplete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Yellow.
Mahomes to throw it. That one caught by Rice. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills 16.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now Patrick going to change the play. That's into the hands of Worthy. Well, the Chiefs are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now they'll auto to something else. Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And that is caught, and he has now tied the record. Touchdown.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
The Chiefs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Here's Mahomes. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it.
Bills 44, Chiefs 35.
So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. This one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
But you could almost see his eyes light up defensively. I mean, as a linebacker, that's about as quick as you can get to a quarterback.
So what did your third-grade teacher teach you about straight lines, right? As soon as you have those, you take full advantage of them. He found a gap in the offensive line, got to the quarterback, and put him on the deck.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Hey, Rip, Argo, eye on these two, eye on these two.
Mahomes. He's going to let it fly.
That is incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
But just over a minute to go in the football game. 2nd and 10.
Mahomes will throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Just a difficult situation to be in here in the final minute. Down 2 scores, you know you need some providence from somewhere. They're going to keep firing away till the end, but this one falls incomplete.
He's going to try and go deep again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
It's Brian Branch with it. And the Bills are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, than a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out.
Well, off to the races, down the right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Dalton Kincaid.
62 yards.
And the Bills are closing in on a 9th.
Good game, man. Thank you for taking it easy on me, man.
So now Allen and the Bills going to stay on and go for 2.
They'll try and throw for it.
Allen going to run with it.
And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big 4th quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever.
Well, he's smart enough to talk to them, but I he quietly has told them, you might want to coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Man.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He's got a rifle.
Oh, that's a pick. Oh, come on. I feel like we dropped so many this game.
3rd down coming up.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now they caught the race. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or two short. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He'll try to do it himself. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. So Allen's going to look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a great play. But he could not pull it in. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll air this one toward Coleman. And he takes it in for the score.
As soon as that safety came up, I knew that was a good game, man.
Cream on top to their ending. As our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit because you and I both know, heck, they knew. This is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease. Robbed home with an easy win. And here's the best part for them. It'd be easy to get to the airport because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't it?
Well, plus they have a police escort.
Okay, you had to split that part. And then, of course, they're going to get there. But think about how wide open things are now because this crowd didn't expect this.
No.
So they went back to the tailgate and said, let's go eat. This one isn't any fun for us.
Yeah, they took the drama out of this one pretty early on. So for Buffalo, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, it's just their 3rd loss as they fall now to 10-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Let's go.
Just come outside for the night. Take your time, get your life. Let it down. The career is more at stake when you in your prime. That paper, baby, my face on the dotted line. I've been flying out of town for some peace of mind. It's like always, they just want a peace of mind. I've been focused on the future, never on right now. But I can boot you either pink or brown. I'm the one that introduced you to the you right now. Oh my God, that's baby. Well, alright, tryna fight in the night. Come alive, ain't it sneak? Ain't it?
like I'm on team. Playing both sides of you. Shot out on your friends. I've been going crazy. Shot, I've been hitting deep in. She not in the scene. She tryna go. I just been dripping out. Just holding out a loud shot. I got it on their toes. I put the on the road. She tryna. Oh, hold up. I got this. Me, she tryna show me something. Hold up. I got flows for days. Ain't on nothing. Me and my bro like me, you know we on one. We in the spot going crazy until the sun up. You worried about that? My shows up. All in the kitchen can't get the cold up. Yeah. Like they know it.